to throw off some of the excess oil. And I'm going to set it to low.
For behind the scenes footage and additional content, including some today from House on the Rock with Little Joey, go to Patreon. House on the Rock. We'll talk about that later if Metal Jonas shows up. You never know when Metal Jonas will show up. Yeah, so there will be some footage from that on Patreon. What do we have here, Andy?
We have a Hunter original, model 22272 in brown with C brackets. Yes.
On this week's edition
From
brown.
1981, as near as we can tell. It's the same iteration as the one down on the floor there. They both came out of a church in Broadhead, which Dan told me about during Jonas week, and I was somewhat annoyed that I never went into that church while they were still there, especially since I have family that lives in Broadhead.
Yeah, it would have been nice to have seen it when everything was intact. When I saw it, they were tearing it apart.
But yeah, here they are. And
yeah. Metal Pete, anything to add?
Other than brown.
I think we added that already.
Yeah.
Is that too low?
it is set to low on the pull chain.
And the other thing. Similarly, my dad's one church has the later of these with the standard brackets versus the C brackets. But otherwise, they're a lot like them, so.
Have a couple of gold lines still spinning down.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3 gold lines spinning down.
Oh yeah, I think the one in there is still running.
Yeah.
Well, that's on the test rig. It's running for a reason.
Well, it's not plugged into a test rig.
Well,
it's just straight.
We have one test rig here, so.
Well, I mean, I count the hanging place as a test rig.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair
You
enough.
want to measure this on low?
Well, sure. We'll measure the at least the RPM. At least the RPM.
So Andy is a diva and will only come out if we're testing certain fans, and one of them is originals.
I can Jonas about originals. That is beautiful.
Did you know they only made 86 of these on Wednesday?
514.
That's beyond the level of Jonasing that I'm capable of at this point.
We just have to make it up and make it sound like Jonas. Obviously, we don't know if that's true. So that's about 130 on low, which is a good low speed.
Mm-hmm. That looks.
Can you reach that pull chain, Pete?
Nope.
Oh, no.
Too high up.
Have you ever had a worse day in your life?
Yes, this is right here the worst day of my life.
Bye.
Pen stick. Look at that. You don't even have to go on the ladder. Fan stick is the solution to all of my problems. All right, that's yeah, it's got a little bit of wobble to it, but nothing too dramatic for how badly that one blade is out of clock.
Yeah, I didn't have the strength to get on the ladder today, but I bet you that the next time we hang it, Rick will do that.
Yes. The other one was perfectly balanced.
Yeah, probably.
And
Well, actually, in that case, it probably wasn't from them sitting them down on the blades. It probably got hit with something in the church. Because all it takes is one good hit.
723. Well, go with 724 because
181.
yeah.
I don't remember what the other one was, but this one I think is a hair slower.
Which probably, no, I don't, but well, that would make sense given the.
Still looks more like 200 some RPM.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty typical for an original, I think.
Yeah.
These are good performers. I heard tales that the 2.5 amp 2-speed R&Ms from this era weren't as
Yeah, and that's
high.
the Hanson is the same way
Yeah.
too if you turn that on high.
My
Original there.
But they weren't quite as consistently top end as hunters would have liked them to be for their reputation. I guess.
I don't think too many people notice, but yeah, with the thing with the 2.5 R&Ms, some are much like Unions. Some are slower, some are faster, some are quiet, some are noisy. None of them are bad fans, but there's some variation.
Yeah, these two have been silent, good performers. Just a little bit of wobble with this one really is the only. Yeah, if they had kept oiling them, they could have had them hanging in that church for another 80 years. If they'd wanted.
That's like right.
If they'd wanted to.
Actually, I got a 590.
Well, that's a good rating, I think. Oh yeah, 8,700 CFM. That is better than
That's-
average. So even though it's
that's
a
an
little
original.
slower than average, the CFM rating is a little better than average. Which again may be just a discrepancy in our less than scientific test,
Yeah.
or it may be the way the cookie crumbles. We'll never know because
Oh yeah.
only so much crunching is allowed.
Yes.
Only
Oh, okay.
12 to 20.
We ready to spin down?
Yep.
Good.
Oh yes,
spin
we
down.
are. Yeah.
Not
I've-
surprising given that sounded like the oil what is it called? The little I'm so tired the words aren't coming. The grooves in the shaft that the oil runs down. I can't remember the name for them, but I can't think of it at the moment.
Yeah, I had the same issue with the other one of these. The oil just would not go all the way through to the cup. It just would pour out the top of the rotor.
Yeah, that's the
So-
first casualty with these when they're not oil consistently. And I mean, it rectifies itself with WD-40.
All right, and we're stopped.
You have to.
See if I can get that tag.
This is the Andy Cam.
Yep. Okay. Yep. 22272. Can't quite make out the serial number, but it does start with 18, which I believe is their way of indicating 1981. So it was like backwards dating. 2.5 amps. This is the second version of the Robbins and Myers tag. The older one from the 70s.
Try hard, Jonas.
Yes. It just said like Hunter Division Robbins and Myers Inc. across it instead of having the little logos here.
Okay, where do you think it's going to start in test rig?
I'm trying and failing to remember where the last one started.
I don't either. Pete usually guesses whether they will start before or after 10.
Oh yeah, typically in something like this, I'm gonna say after 10. So my initial test with something like this is I just hit the 10, and if it starts, then I know it's gonna start below that with the decade alone.
Okay.
So I'm gonna hit the 10. Let's take bets.
You think it's going to hit?
I'm going to say on 10. I'm going to say that's the
You said,
cutoff.
I said it's gonna need to be over 10.
okay. I guess I'll go under 10 then.
All right.
Go with 8 so we can crunch.
No crunching. 9.
Okay. So here's 10.
Ooh, nope.
Nope.
It
Darn.
budged, but nope. So Pete wins.
Yeah, this is the
So then it looks like 11 maybe.
11.
Everybody please. I don't know if I'm
This
gonna
is
survive,
the
because they're
most
both
fun
crappy
part.
crits. If I don't make it, tell my wife and daughter I love them so much.
And 12.
Crunch, 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 crunch. Crunch, 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 crunch. Are those stale?
Probably. They're not bad though. Yeah, this bag has been open for a while. I'm sure. Yeah, not bad.
And 12 is a nice aesthetic lower of a restaurant low.
Yes, indeed. Looks good.
Oh yeah, it is a restaurant low.
And as we know, we saw these in a lot of steakhouses, Ponderosas,
Oh yeah.
as well as old hardware
I think
stores.
TGI Fridays.
Had originals?
I thought I've seen them in commercials.
I don't remember seeing that, but I remember they used to have Casablancas,
Maybe.
like ornate, like Victorians and Columbias and
I
stuff.
remember.
A lot of restaurants used to have Victorians.
Yeah, well, there's the one in Vegas,
Oh yeah.
the Main Street Cafe.
Oh yeah. Well, Good Company used to have a bunch of Casablancas too.
Yeah, the
They only
Victorians
have a couple left.
and the Turbo Zephyr. That's.
I've heard they finally took down that Turbo Zephyr.
Oh,
I know.
shame.
It's the best thing about that restaurant because the food was just okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great.
13. But that's kind of. Yeah, they kind of have that level of the corporate chain where a lot of times in those major chains are kind of that same way.
Talking about Good Company?
Yeah, they're kind of.
You're right, but it's not a chain though, I don't think.
No, it's not. It's
That's
just
the-
surprising.
Yeah.
But it just seems like a chain would have that kind of quality.
They must cut some of the same corners that chains cut to save money.
The thing is, and I watched Gordon Ramsay on Kitchen Nightmares and shows them how it's done.
Yeah.
My God, this is bland. No wonder you're not drawing people. Here's 14. Or they're using food that's going bad, you know.
That's never good.
No, there's easy surprises involved.
Yeah, I went to a diner in New York and got a bowl sandwich.
Ooh, ouch. Getting the view.
15.
I want to say that was
Here.
right.
Yeah, the wobble is actually a little more noticeable on the slower speeds. You
Yeah.
can see it doing that.
Yeah.
Bless you.
One more.
This is the speed that the Long Nose ran in the Muppet movie.
Oh yeah, until they turned it up.
Yeah, the bartender, Kermit was hanging on for dear life.
Yeah, poor Kermit. He was always the.
Oh yeah. There is 7.
Almost time for one of my favorite movies, Muppet Christmas Carol.
Oh yeah.
Love that movie. I maintain it's the
I
best
was
Christmas
thinking
Carol.
of the what was the other Muppet Christmas one? It was like another one.
I was talking about the one with Big Bird and the Fraggles and all that.
Yes, they appeared as guests.
I don't remember what it's called, but I know the one you're talking about. But there's no fan in that one either.
No.
Yeah, were they? Are you a Muppet fan like Pete and myself, Andy?
Can't say as I am.
Oh. Yeah, we knew he would have that taste.
18.
For those who are watching, there's a Muppet Christmas special. I think it was originally just made for TV. It wasn't a movie.
Oh, okay.
But it's one of the few crossover events that has the Muppet Show Muppets, the Sesame Street Muppets, and the Fraggles.
Yep.
Well, it's pretty good, but I still think Muppet Christmas Carol is the best
Alright.
Muppet movie ever made.
Yours 19.
Okay.
Okay.
Andy,
Gotta get
I want to get down from there because
in place here.
the ground might shake. from all the
What are we
crunching.
going for here, Pete? All right, I'll go for the M&Ms.
Yeah, that's what I said. Reese ate them all at one time.
Yeah. Reese and Stewart are both sugar fiends. I mean,
Yeah.
so is Metal Pete, but
Yeah.
they are in a different category.
Getting ready. 20.
Crunch, 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 crunch. cracker pizza.
But this is more like a medium low already
Yep.
on 20.
Yep. Oh, 1.25. We didn't even look for inrush, did we? We haven't done 0 to high yet, so I guess that's why. Well, if you're gonna get a shot from above, try not to get the mess on the floor.
21.
Make it look clean in here.
Yeah, well, what is
I don't know if that's
I
possible.
wasn't looking. I'm sure it was over 2 amps though.
Okay.
I mean, it's rated for 2.5, so yeah.
Once we get to 2 amps, you can hit the high switch and see.
23. 24.
I got that energy, no. No one's gonna do their second part? Okay.
This isn't is it JG or JD Wentworth?
JG.
Yeah.
25.
This isn't a JG Wentworth commercial.
26.
They're not one of our sponsors.
They could be. You remember those commercials, Pete?
Yeah.
Kev on stage did a thing about the most catchy commercial jingles, and that was one of them, and I agreed with him. And then
Here's 27.
he did O'Reilly's, and I didn't necessarily agree. And I think the other one was 87, whatever the Empire one is, which I thought I agreed, but I can't remember it. So, but I maintain that the catchiest commercial jingle of all time is "Save Big Money at Menards."
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much every Midwesterner from our age on knows that one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, as soon as you
I
get
mean,
the
it
first one,
hasn't
yeah.
changed since we were kids.
They've got a few different versions, but they've never changed. Like they've been using the same, they've been rotating the same few versions for their entire existence.
They have like a Christmas,
Yep.
holiday one. I remember.
Warm season's greetings to you all from Menards.
Yep. I'm sure that one's probably airing already.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that was airing.
I'm
since,
surprised.
Like,
I mean, I work in TV and I haven't seen it yet, so they must be actually easing it in a little bit this year, which is surprising.
or putting their ad money towards like YouTube and
Just see what- I just wanted to see where it grew on high.
Okay.
like. I've been surprised to see local commercials on like Hulu and stuff like that. It's really interesting how the streaming services are basically just turning into network TV with a different price.
Mm-hmm.
Or cable TV with a different price.
Mhm.
Yeah. There's 30.
31.
Remember, network TV is free if you have an antenna. All you need is an antenna to get NBC, ABC, CBS, Fox, and
Supposed to have been
whatever
released out.
sub-channels they have.
Yeah, we had free cable in our condo because the condo included cable,
Okay.
and then I don't think after we moved I ever bothered with getting an antenna, and I probably should have just so I could watch Andy's hard work. But I can watch that on streaming and on YouTube, I think.
Okay, am I over? Yep.
Where did it go over?
Looked. Okay, 26. Here is 30, 31, 32.
Got it close.
High. So I'm right there.
Around 32.
Yeah, I'm right there. So 33 is definitely over.
Okay. Well, what's next? 0 to high?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna stop it
Solid
by.
state. I can't remember.
Solid
what
state.
All right, I'll stop it by hand.
What do you think it's gonna be, Eddie?
I'm gonna say bedroom quiet because I think the other one was a pretty good performer on this.
What do you think about this? It's not 8:12 something. Why is there crunching?
Because he's hungry.
What did you say? You said.
He said bedroom, so you're.
Well, I'll go with living room.
I'll go with silent.
All right.
I think I hear a very slight buzz, but I don't think that even qualifies. I think that's still silent.
I hear the light outside. I don't hear the fan.
I hear it from the fan, but it's very subtle.
That's damn near silent, if not
Pretty
silent.
much.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up on this ladder here, so I'm gonna be right below it. But yeah, definitely a little bit of hum, but that's not even that's not even noticeable. If you were trying to sleep with this in the room,
My breath smells.
it would be fine. Yeah, it's like it's like white noise. You're not. You'd have to, and the room would have to be completely quiet. Like.
I'm okay calling it silent.
Yeah.
Okay, 0 and high.
Okay. Stop my hand again.
Oh yeah.
Well, now,
So
you know.
what's the drawn on high? 2.49.
Yes.
So it's pretty much right at 2.5.
Right. So the what we have to do, because we know it's a big inrush, is Andy, you guess where you think it's gonna what the top current will be. If running current is 2.49, what do you think the peak inrush will be?
All right, I'm gonna say 2.8.
I'm gonna say 2.6.
I will say, by Price is Right rules, I will say 2.61.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot you guys use Price is Right rules.
Oh.
2.7.
But I went over. So it doesn't. Yeah. See, that's the thing.
My
Yeah.
asshole move worked. So now let's do power factor and all that, because we haven't done that yet.
Oh, yeah.
Did we do it on low? I don't think so.
No.
Are we gonna do the the decade box again on low?
Sure.
Then we can do it when we do that. So let's just do it for this
Okay.
one.
Okay, so
162 watts.
half a power
Half
factor.
power factor. So yeah, that's interesting because people talk about how much of a high current draw these are,
Yes.
but
Well, we
the
gotta go
wattage is
back.
only half.
Okay. Yeah.
Would you look at that?
By Fan Stick.
That's right.
Fan stick is the solution
To all of my
So is it
problems.
high, low, off then?
I believe this one is just high, low, off.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, it is.
You know what we need? We need a fan stick with a pool noodle that we can stick in the blades to stop them, so we don't have to go up the ladder to stop
Yes.
Oh,
them from down. But the pool noodle would protect it from damage.
Yes.
Yes.
Call it. I don't know what we pool stick, except that would be
Fan
like a cue.
stopper.
Yes.
Fan stick soft. Fan stick plus. Fan stick.
Okay, so now I'm on low. Let's see what do we think it's gonna start.
Where do you think it's gonna start, Andy? With the pull chain set to low. Oh yeah.
I'll try my luck again and say 10.
All right, I think 5.
I'll say 8.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oop. There she goes. Nice.
Pete wins this one. I definitely didn't think it would be that low.
Yeah.
So then so we know it starts at 5, and the question is what makes a good low and where does it go
Nope.
over? Oh, but that's since these are not sealed bearings, that's probably just needs some oil and to run for a bit.
6, 7, 8.
So Pete and I both win this one.
Yeah, we'll call that a tie.
Scratch.
Yes.
You know, Andy, when we do videos and Pete isn't there, you can still hear him off in the distance crunching.
Every time you get to 8, 12, and 20.
8, 12, and 20.
Here's 9.
It's like he's driving past, so you kind of hear it get louder and softer again.
The Doppler effect.
Off in the distance.
Okay, so I think I like 9 for.
I like 9 too.
Yeah.
Try 10 because 9 is a hard value to find, but
Yes.
8 and 10 are both are very common values. I think I'd be fine with either one, honestly.
Well, 10 is definitely easy to find.
Yeah, so is 8 though.
Yeah.
9 is just less easy to find.
Sure.
Okay, let's see where it goes over so we know what our options are.
What did we see it drawn?
I don't remember, but we should
Yeah, I'm gonna
test
hit.
it.
I'm gonna hit the high switch.
Yeah, and then so
And do power factor.
Do power factor.
1.23.
22.
22.
78 watts. 77 watts. No, so, yeah.
Still half a power factor.
Yep. Okay. So where does it go over 122?
There's 11. And since we're at 11,
No. No. Won't someone please save us from the crunching?
sorry, Dan. Gotta get in on this.
yep.
This is my last will and testament. I leave my fans to anybody who doesn't crunch.
Oh.
And 12.
Crunch, 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 crunch. I think I survived this one, but I may not be so lucky the next round. So where does it go over? Because we don't really need to go through the range of speeds. We just need to see where it goes over.
Right. Okay, so I'm at 15. 16.
Oh yeah, 16's over.
Okay.
Okay. Is that all the tests for this one?
Yes.
I think so.
Okay. Well, once again, we want to thank our sponsors. FanStick, FanStick Mini, Lightstick. To find out more, go to buyfanstick.com, fanstick.biz, lightstick.biz, and for Florida FanStick, which is 69% longer and harder than
That's what she said.
go to buyfanstickxxx.com. As always, this video is lit in part by the Good Manufacturing Company for when excellence is too much. Pete, what did you have for dinner?
Well, let's see here. I had Chipotle.
Chipotle. What did you have, Andy?
I haven't actually had dinner, but
What are you gonna have for dinner?
oh, you know what I really wish I had right now?
Probably the same thing I wish I had right now, if we're being honest here.
Some taco burrito Mexico.
Man, I could really go for a taco burrito and a Mexico right now. There's only one place to get both, and that is Taco Burrito Mexico. And of course, I would wash it down with a nice, refreshing
Sperry.
Sperry, the beverage of fan collectors. What do you think about Sperry, Pete?
Can you see it?
Yep,
Oh, it's very
very good. Have not had the chance to play Rick or Sheep today, but if I wanted to, all I would have to do is go to rickorsheep.com. It's a fun game you can play with your friends. You heard from our sponsor, 81220 LLC, where the motto is
Crunch, 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 crunch.
I believe that's all the sponsors, so it's time to wrap up this video and say goodbye. Wait, who's that at the door?
Oh
Why,
my.
look, it's Metal Jonas with organ pipes and an actual pipe.
organ pipes
Organ pipes.
and doorbells.
Doorbells.
And do you have any homestead catalogs?
What do you think about House on the Rock, Metal Jonas?
Or perhaps some New-Tone doorbell catalogs?
doorbell catalogs.
Oh, House on the Rock. Well, one word, incredible. One word, amazing. One word, overwhelming.
Wow. Okay, well, as always, patreon.com/dspiffy. And please remember to...
Bye, fan stick.
Thanks for watching.